Hello friends, today we are going to discuss about the string slicing. So what is string slicing? To get a specific parts of a string by using the start and step values. Now what is start and step? Let's discuss. Now these are the indexes. Means these index positions the particular character which is present inside a string. How do we fetch those particular characters which are required with the help of the format which we are using in Python? That is string, start, end step. So start is the index where the slicing begins. End is the index where the slicing ends. Now, these two words, inclusive and exclusive. So understand the meaning of the inclusive and the exclusive. Okay. So first of all, we have the two types of indexing. Positive indexing and the negative indexing. Okay. For example, we have a word that is Python. Okay. Now, start index refers to the where slicing begins. And index refers to the where slicing ends. And step refers to the step what is required for the user. See, this is a string. Now, P, the index of P is 0, Y is 1, T is 2, H is 3, O is 4, N is 5. Right? That is called a positive index. It starts from 0 and ends at end, means till the length of the string. Now, what is the negative indexing? Negative indexing starts from the last. For example, N is index is -1, O -2, H -3, then -4, -5, and -6. Okay, that is called the negative indexing. Now, the importance of these two words are really need to understand. Okay, see, for example, what we need to find out the first three characters of this string. Okay, now let's store the Python in the variable that is W. Now the format which we are going to use that is this. W is which stores our string. So what do we want? The first three characters. Now first three characters, first character is stored at the index 0 and the third character stores at the index 2. Okay, but what we are going to take it as 3. We are going to take it as 3 because start index says it includes which we write it over here. Whereas the end index states it is exclusive, means we are not going to include this end. Okay, it means it goes till n -1. Okay, you need to understand this. Okay, start index from where we start, it includes that particular character. But when we specify the end index, it always go n -1. Okay, now we are able to get PYT. Now this is step. Step, by default, the value of step is always 1. Okay, if we are not mentioning the step over here, then it is 1. Means 1 by 1, it traverses the whole string. Now, if I want to find out what is the last character of the string. Okay, what is the last character? How do we find out? Just what we need to mention. See, First of all, we need to mention the start index, but we need only the last character. We need only the last character. So, but we are going to mention only -1. Then it will print you NO. Okay. Now, let's write some code on Python. So this is the Python. So this is our string, Python tutorial. Now, first of all, I want to print the first two characters. See, I think you are able to see, I have already written the code. Print the variable OP. Now, but I want the first two characters. So just remember, by default, the value of start is 0. By default, if we are not mentioning the start index, means the value of the start index is always 0. Okay. So here what we have mentioned, colon 2. Colon 2. Right? Means we want to print only the first two characters. So let's run it. That is P1. See, the end index goes to n-1 because y has an index 1. Just remember this. Now, next is we need to print the characters which are on even index number. Right? So, as we are thinking about that, we need to specify the value of step, because by default the value of the step is 1. But here what we need, the index number should be even. We want to print those characters which are on even index number. Then what we need to specify, the step. Okay. See this. Print the variable of the string in the square brackets. 0 is the starting index. Right? Now we are not mentioning here the end index. So end index by default taken as the length of the string. By default, the end index refers to the length of the string. Okay. Now what to specify? To specifies the step. Right? Now let's run. So it will print those characters which are on even index number. Right? Now next is we need to print those characters which are on odd index number. Similarly, what we have done, we have specified the start index, that is 1, and step 2. Now let's run it. We'll see the difference. Okay. Now next is we need to print the last two characters, but not by finding the length of the string. We don't know the length of the string, but what we need to print, the last two characters. So as we all know, the last character has an index -1, second last -2. Okay, means our start index becomes -2. -2, then column. Now what this signifies means we need to print only the last two characters. Okay, let's just run it. Now you can see the output. Now next is we need to leave the first 3 and the last 3 characters of the string. How do you leave the first 3 and the last 3 characters of the string? See, so we don't know the length of the string, right? But we need to leave the first 3 characters. Okay, if we leave the first three characters, means 0, 1, 2, we are going to leave them. Then we are going to start with 3 till -3. Okay, because I is -3, A is -2, L is -1. So as we all know, the n index works as n-1. Means it will work till -3, -1, that is -4. Till -4. -4 refers to R only. So we are going to print from 3 to -3. Okay. Now let's see the output. Now you can see, right? Now next is, we need to find out the middle characters of the string. Now if we talk about the middle characters of a string, we have the number of strings and the lengths of the strings vary, whether the length is even or odd. So in that case, we need to find out the middle characters, because in the case of even length, then what we have? The two middle characters. If we have the odd length of a string, then we have only one middle character. We made one program to find out the middle character of a string, whether the string has even length or odd length. So how do we find out? First of all, we are going to take the length of the string, right? With the help of the length method, len, right? We have stored the length of the string in L. Then we are going to find out the mid index, by using the floor division operator. So I think the meaning of the floor division operator. Okay, if you don't know the meaning, then I will share the video link in my description box. So kindly find out what is the floor division operator. Okay, then we are going to use the if and else. If the mid is a even number. Now after finding out the mid, then we are going to find out whether the mid, only the mid one, is an even number, then we are going to print the middle character. Then we have a one middle character, because in that case we have the odd length of the string. So what floor division operator gives you? Only the quotient, that is the even number. Okay. In the case of the odd length of the string, what we get, the mid is even. Okay. If the mid is even, then we are going to print only the single middle character. Else, if the length of the string is even, then we are going to find out the two middle characters. Print of mid -1 and string mid. Okay, now let's run it and see the answer. So we have, what is the length? The string, that is an even number. Okay, if length in the string is an even number, then the mid is odd, then we will get the two middle characters. I hope it is clear to all of you. Okay, if there is an odd length of the string, then we have the mid is even. If we have the even length of the string, then the mid is odd. Okay. Now next is, find the word tutor. See, what is the string we have? PythonTutorial, right? So there is a word tutor over here. Now we want to slice that particular word out of the whole string. Okay, we need to take out that particular word from the whole string. Now how do we take out? Now there is a string which we are able to see where the tutor lies. But when we have the long length of a string, then how do we find out the word tutor? Okay, so there should be a method, right? So in the string methods uh, video, I have explained you the methods or the functions which are used in strings. In that methods, we have learned about the find method. Okay, so what find gives you? Find gives you the starting index of the particular character which you want to find out in a string. So what we need to find out? The word tutor, from where it starts. Okay, so let's take one variable I, then find what we need to find out. First of all, take a variable of the string, then use find what we need to find out, the word tutor. Okay, now print. Now it will give you the starting index of the word tutor. Now, as we know the length of the word tutor, that is, it consists of 5 characters, right? Means what we need to slice it out, the 5 characters. Starting index is 6, 6 plus 5, 11. Okay, now I'm going to print starting with 6 colon 11. Now let's run this file. Now you are able to get the word tutor. Okay, I hope it is clear. Now, there is one more thing which I want you to do. So we have a string, right? That is Python program. So we are able to make new words by using the string, right? There are number of words, there are number of characters inside this particular string. So such as the program, the word gram, right? So next is C, honing. So these are the words which we are able to make by combining, by taking out some characters from the whole string. Okay. So see, how do we find out the words from the string? How many new words we are able to make, right? Now, first of all, the first word I want you to make, try with me. I will give you the answer also. Okay. First of all, I want to make the word program. That is the simple one. How? Because we have the string which consists of programming. What we need to fetch out? The word program from there. Okay. So, what we are going to do? We are able to use the find method, right? Then we are able to find the first start index and the length of the index. So make new words by using this word string. Now, first of all, I want to make the word program. So how do we make? First of all, we are going to analyze it. Now, earlier we have used the function that is find. Now, what find gives you? The starting index of the particular word which we want to slice it from the whole string. Okay, now I want to slice the word program. So we are going to use the find method, okay, to find out what is the starting index of the word program. Okay, now the variable name is prof, but we need to find out where the word program resides in our string. Now let's run it. See, the starting index of the word program is 7. Now, how many letters are present inside this word? That is, again, 7. Now, 7 plus 7, 14. Now, what we are going to print out? 7. There's the starting index and the ending index is 14. Right? Now, you can see the word program. Now, next is what we need to find out here. The word is honing. H-O-N-I-N-G. Now, see, H-O-N, Python consists of H-O-N, right? And ing is present in the programming. Now, we need to slice HON from Python, ing from programming, and then what we are going to do, we are going to concatenate both the strings. So how do we do the concatenation? With the help of the plus sign. Okay. Now, how do we take out the last 3 characters of the Python? Okay, this is the whole string, Python programming. So first of all, we are going to use the split method to split these two words. Okay, so that we are able to extract the last 3 characters of from these two words. Right? How do we separate these two words? With the help of the split method. Okay, now let's use it. Let's take 2 variables to store these 2 words. Okay, dot. Now print A, print B. Now we have separated the 2 words, Python and programming. Now, to make the word honing, we are going to take the last 3 characters from A and the last 3 characters from programming. Now, how do we take? Take A, last 3 characters, minus 3, colon, then plus B, same, last 3 characters. Okay, now let's print. Honing. Okay, I hope it is clear to all of you. Now, next word, what you are going to make? That is, RAM is also the word, R-A-M, RAM. Right? Now, how do you make it? You are able to make it with the help of the find method to find the starting index of that particular word. Okay? I hope you are able to do that. Now, let's do. Then, now we have splitted these 2 words. Now, programming is stored in B. We are going to use now only the B. B dot find. What we need to find out? The word from. Let's see what is the starting index. That is 4. Now, what is the length? How many characters are there? 3. So 4 plus 3, 7. Now, the starting index is 4. End index is 7. Split. Starting index 4. Last index 7. We are able to slice the word RAM from the whole string. Okay. Now, any other words you are able to fetch it out? See by yourself. So, let me give you a homework. Okay, you're going to make two more words. I think that are also simple for you. First of all, you're going to make the word from. Okay, mixed word is from. So you are able to slice it out. Okay, so let me give you one hint. For gram, you are able to use the find function. For prom, you need to slice out the characters and concatenate them. Okay, I hope you are able to do them. So if you like my video, kindly share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.